Hey, good morning, small business owners. Welcome to Monday Morning Metric on this 31st of December, New Year's Eve morning. My name is Rebecca Berneck, and I am the founder and big head of Office Heads. We're a financial management services firm located in Evanston, Illinois. And every Monday morning at around 10:30 Central, I get on Facebook Live and talk about numbers. I talk about small business finance. I talk about operations. I talk about efficiency and how to run a healthy company. So today, because it is the last day of 2018, we're going to talk about, hey, look, I'm also going to use some new features here. We're going to talk about corporate resolutions. So in the last couple of Monday morning metrics, we talked about budgeting and forecasting and how that creates a strategic checklist. That strategic checklist is sort of like your corporate resolution. So if you're like many of us that think about our New Year's resolution, so maybe we need to lose 15 pounds or be a better friend or, take some self-care time, which are probably on my list this year. There are corporate resolutions that you can make for your business as well. So there are a number of areas of internal management, which I have referred to as aims, that I use at Office Heads, but I also encourage my clients to use when it comes to just thinking about their business. This is all about, by the way, being the CEO of your business. That's putting on that CEO hat and being a little bit more strategic rather than being the person who is passionate about the service that they deliver and you're all about what you're really, really good at. Now you take a step back and look at your organization. And even if it's an organization of one, we're talking about how can you manage, how can you grow, and how can you operate efficiently. So the first resolution that you should jot down and think about is, what is your revenue going to be this year? So whether you say, hey, it's going to be 10% over last year, this is one of those metrics where you can actually use the dollar amount. Instead of making 100K this year, I want to make 200K this year. So that's 50% increase. Or I want to make it from 500 to 650, or I want to make that $1 million mark. So number one, your resolution, you're going to resolve to hit a revenue goal. So next, what about profit? So with your usual profit and loss statement, you have your revenue and then all of your expenses, and you're spending your money and you leave that profit as a result. I like for someone to be proactive with your profit. So agree ahead of time that you're going to either have a percentage dollar, but even better, a profit percentage. So if you're going to profit 5% this year, 1% this year, 20% this year, what is your profit going to look like? That way, when you manage your company month after month, day after day, you're also looking at how if you're going to run it really efficiently so you have that profit at the end of the day. So now we're going to actually go into the areas of business that every business actually has these departments. So number one is marketing. So if you have this revenue goal, the question is, well, how are you going to increase your revenue? You need to get the word out. You need to have your brand, and you have to make sure that people are aware that you exist and why you exist. What is your passion, right? So having some resolutions such as, I'm going to attend a specific networking event once a month. I'm going to increase the number of networking events I go to. I'm going to have a spend on Facebook ads. There's so many different types of marketing. I'm going to start to blog this year. So having a specific marketing plan or something that you're going to resolve to do when it comes to marketing and getting the word out. Well, then, of course, you have marketing, and when you have marketing, get the word out, then there's sales. This is closing the deal. And this actually leads to that revenue number. So when it comes to sales, you can say, I need to close this many deals in each month in order to make my revenue goals. So what do you resolve to do in the area of sales in 2019? So once you've marketed, the word is out, and you are closing deals so that you have your sales, the next thing is service delivery. How are you going to deliver those services? Do you have that down? Is it automated? Do you have the right tools? Do you have the right people? How are you delivering your sales? Or I'm sorry, how are you delivering your service? So is there anything that you need to do, to resolve to do, to change, to improve in the area of service delivery? Next, we're going to talk about facilities. So if you are a solopreneur and you're at home, perhaps there's nothing in your facilities that you need to do because you're working on your kitchen table, but maybe you need a new chair because your back's driving you crazy. Or maybe you have an office and you are expanding and you need to move into a different facilities. Or there's a lot of different areas in terms of where you reside, the facilities that you reside in order to run your business. So what do you resolve? What is your corporate resolution in the area of facilities? Next, technology and communication. So this is computers, apps, software as a service. Have you taken a look at what apps you're using now? Are they the right efficient tools? Do you need different tools? Communications. Do you need a new cell phone? Is your plan in a place where you need to review it with your vendor to see if you can get a different plan? So what do you resolve to do in the area of technology and communications to make sure that you're operating efficiently? Next is risk management. This is insurance and legal. Do you have all the contracts that you need? Do you have all the insurance policies that you need? This is something that you don't typically need to look at on a regular basis, but you need to make sure that you have these areas considered and taken care of to make sure that you mitigate any risk. So what do you need to resolve in 2019 in the area of risk management? Next, financial management. This is my favorite. Do you have the right people on your financial team? Are you bookkeeping appropriately? Do you understand your accounting? Are you reading your financial reports on a monthly basis, on a quarterly basis? Are you taking a look at your personal, as an owner, your payroll responsibility and making sure that you're not surprised at the end of the year when tax time rolls around? Are you planning for those tax events, etc.? Are you budgeting? Are you forecasting? Financial management. What are you going to resolve to do in the area of financial management for 2019? Then, of course, there's human resources. Do you need to hire? Do you have the right benefits? Are you going to outsource and get some contractors? So HR is super important. As that revenue increases, do you need additional people to help you to deliver the services? And are you taking care of those people? So what do you need to resolve for 2019 in the area of HR? And last, this is interesting though. This is an area that it encompasses everything. And this is relationship management, because you're bringing in the revenue. So you have clients and you're selling and you've got all of these areas that you're operating your business, but there's relationships with people in each of these areas. So what are you doing now and what do you need to do better or to consider in 2019 in the area of managing the relationships in each of those areas? Do you have contractors and are you in a really good place with those contractors? Do you need to get on the phone or review contracts with contractors? What about your vendors? Are your vendors the right vendors? Are they giving you everything that you need in terms of the best deal to be able to operate a financially healthy company? And of course you have your clients. Your clients, it's so easy to get lost in delivering the service and not step back and actually talk to the clients to make sure that you are delivering everything exactly the way that they need to meet their needs and that you're building that relationship and you can become a trusted advisor. So there you go. There you have it. Those are all of my areas for corporate resolutions, my areas of internal management for a small business, a medium business, even a large business. So as you sit back on this last day of 2018, looking forward to 2019, take some time, take a deep breath, get out a journal or a piece of paper and figure out what you resolve to do in 2019 to grow your company and to make sure that you're operating very financially healthy. So I have been, I've had a really good time with Monday Morning Metrics. We started this in 2018, probably mid-year, I think, and we're going to keep going. So thank you for joining me. Always use the comment section below because we chat about what I want to talk about when it comes to small business management, but I would really love to answer some questions about what you want to talk about. So happy New Year to you all. Happy profitable 2019. Thanks for joining me and have a wonderful and safe celebration tonight.